Good morning friends, welcome to Affairs Cloud Learn to Lead. Today we will discuss most important and the very important appointments as well as the resignations of very important personalities all over world including India. And this appointment and resignation belongs to the month of July 2022. So in simple words, we will discuss appointments and resignation of the month of July 2022. So watch this video till end because all the appointments and resignations are very important. But first of all, you have to download our application Careers Cloud from the Google Play Store. After that, log in with your email ID. Then click on this Crack Current Affairs section to subscribe our current affairs for 1 year as well as for 2 years. Both the subscription prices are very much low. But the most important thing, what we are covering under this 1 year and the 2 year subscription, we are providing you daily section. In the daily section, you will receive 3 things. One is the detailed current affair. Second is the question and answer format of current affairs, but both will be provided in the form of PDF or in the form of ebook. And third is the quiz section, and this can be attempted only on our application on daily basis. Next is the weekly section. Again, we are providing 3 things. One is the detailed current affairs, second is the question and answer format, but both things will be provided in the PDF format, and third is the quiz section, which you can attempt on our application on weekly basis. Next is the monthly section, and in the monthly section we are providing you 4 type of PDFs. One is the detailed current affair PDF, which is known as study PDF. Next, all the detailed current affairs will be converted in the form of question and answer. That's why it is known as question and answer PDF, so that you can revise all the current affairs in the question and answer format. Next is the best 100 current affairs will be provided. That is also provided in the form of question and answer. And last is the pocket PDF. It means 1-liner, 2-liner or the 3-liners current affair will be provided to you, so that you can revise these current affairs very quickly before your exam. Next is topic wise current affair. This is very important section because we are providing 20 most important topic wise PDF. If you want to revise 1 or 2 particular topics, then you can use this topic wise PDF. If you are a banking student, then we are providing 3 things. One is detail, second is question and answer format of current affairs, but only related to banking and economy, and third is the quiz section. It is also only related to banking and economy, and you can attempt this quiz section only on our application on monthly basis. Next is exam PDF. If you want to cover all the current affairs before your exam of particular year, then you can use this exam PDF. Next is special current affair section. In the special current affair, we are providing you budget and economic survey. 2 things we are providing. One is detail budget and economic survey. Second is question and answer format of budget and economic survey. It means you can recall that examiner can make these type of questions from budget and economic survey. If you are preparing for your respective state exam, then we are also providing state current affairs, and we are covering every state and union territory. So all these things comes under only one subscription. First of all, you have to just download our application Careers Cloud, then click on this Crack Current Affairs section, and you can subscribe for 1 year as well as for 2 years. And if you want 10% extra discount, then you can use this code ASH10. If you have any query, then you can email us on this email ID or you can call us on this number. So let's start the July month appointments and resignation, and here is the first question. K.K. Venugopal was reappointed as the Attorney General of India. I think all the students know that K.K. Venugopal ji was appointed as the Attorney General of India. Basically, he was reappointed, and he was reappointed for the time period of 3 months. So answer of this question is 4. So the President of India, Ramnath Kovind ji, has reappointed Senior Advocate K.K. Venugopal as the Attorney General of India for a time period of 3 months, like from July to September, or until the further orders with effect from the 1st of July 2022. And remember, in 2017, K.K. Venugopal was appointed as the 15th Attorney General of India, and his first term as the Attorney General was ended in the year of 2020. And he was reappointed for the time period of 1 year. It means till the year of 2021. But in June 2021, his term was again extended by 1 year until the 30th of June 2022. But now again time period extended, but this time it is for the month of 3. It means it is extended for the 3 months. Now we are moving to next. Who became the new Chief Minister of Maharashtra after the resignation of Uddhav Thackeray? Again, this question is very important because we are talking about Chief Minister of Maharashtra, and answer of this question is Eknath Shinde. So 4 is the answer. So Shiv Sena leader Eknath Shinde was sworn in as the 20th Chief Minister of Maharashtra, while VJP Devendra Fadnavis took oath as the Deputy Chief Minister. And Governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari ji administered the oath of office to Shinde and his deputy Fadnavis at the Raj Bhavan in Mumbai, Maharashtra. And I think all the students know the political turmoil of Maharashtra state in the month of June. Like on 30th of June 2022, Uddhav Thackeray resigned from the Chief Minister post of the Maharashtra after the Supreme Court refused to stay Maharashtra Governor's direction to the Uddhav Thackeray-led Mahavikas Aghadi or MVA government to take a floor test in the assembly. So that's why Eknath Shinde now become the Chief Minister of Maharashtra and he became the 20th Chief Minister of Maharashtra. You can also see here the picture of Eknath Shinde and this is Devendra Fadnavis who become the Deputy Chief Minister. Earlier he was the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. Moving to next. Pinterest Chief Executive Officer Ben Silbermann will step down from his position as the CEO and he will be replaced by whom? Again, very important company. Name of the company is Pinterest. And answer of this question is Bill Reddy. So second is the answer. So Pinterest recently announced that Chief Executive Officer Ben Silbermann will step down from his position and he will be replaced by Bill Reddy, who is Google executive. And Silbermann served as the CEO for the time period of 12 years, which began when he co-founded the company in the year of 2010. It means from 2010 to 2022, he was the Chief Executive Officer of very important company which is named as Pinterest. And you can also remember that Silbermann will transition to a newly created role of the executive chairman and Bill Reddy will become the CEO and a member of the board of directors effective from the 29th of June 2022. And who is Bill Reddy and who is Ben Silbermann? This person is Ben Silbermann and this person is Bill Reddy and this is the logo of Pinterest. Moving to next question. Identify the former Indian cricketer who was recently appointed as the new brand ambassador of a company named as FanCode. Again, this question is very important, especially for the banking students. And answer of this question is the former coach of Indian cricket team, Ravi Shastri ji. So, former Indian team coach and cricketer Ravi Shastri has been appointed as the new brand ambassador of a company named as FanCode, which is a live content, sports statistics and e-commerce marketplace. And the announcement of the appointment was made ahead of the India's tour to the West Indies, which was scheduled to begin at the end of the July 2022. Moving to next question. Name the actor who was recently appointed as the brand ambassador of very important company or site which is known as pokerbazi.com. So pokerbazi.com, which is India's poker's platform, has appointed Bollywood actor Shahid Kapoor. So answer of this question is 3 as its brand ambassador, and Pokerbazi aims to create a robust ecosystem for poker in India, and Shahid Kapoor association with the brand comes in the line with its commitment to popularize and create awareness amongst the masses about poker. And according to the research from Statista, the online gaming industry across India was valued around 79 billion Indian rupees in 2021, marking a leap from about 65 billion rupees in 2020. So remember, this is pokerbazi.com and Shahid Kapoor becomes the brand ambassador of this pokerbazi.com. Moving to next question. Who was recently selected as the chairman and managing director of Gas Authority of India Limited? Again, this question is important because we are talking about very important PSU, which is Gas Authority of India Limited. And answer of this question is Sandeep Kumar Gupta. So 1 is the answer. So Sandeep Kumar Gupta, who is the Director for Finance of Indian Oil Corporation or IOC, has been selected as the chairman as well as the managing director of Gas Authority of India Limited by Public Enterprise Selection Board. PSEB selected this person, Sandeep Kumar Gupta. And earlier this position was with Manoj Sinha. You can remember the former, it can be asked by examiner, Manoj Sinha, or the full name is Manoj Jan Sinha. So he will replace Manoj Jan Sinha, who is scheduled to retire on 31st of August 2022. So he will retire on 31st of August. You can also see here the picture of Sandeep Kumar Gupta. Moving to next question. who became the 14th Prime Minister of Israel. Israel is very important country for India, especially in the defense sector, and who became the 14th Prime Minister of this country? Answer of this question is Yair Lapid or Yair Lapid. So answer of this question is 1. So former journalist and the leader of Yesh Atid party. You can remember the name of the party if you want. Yesh Atid party. And Yair Lapid belongs to this political party, has officially become the 14th Prime Minister of Israel, replacing Prime Minister Naftali Bennett. And remember, Naftali Bennett is Israel's shortest serving Prime Minister till date. And next election in Israel is scheduled on the 1st of November 2022. It means till November 2022, Yair Lapid becomes the Prime Minister of Israel. It means he will remain the Prime Minister till this date. He previously served as the alternate Prime Minister of Israel and Minister of Foreign Affairs from 2021 to 2022. You can see here the picture of Yair Lapid, who officially becomes the Prime Minister of Israel. And he has authored so many books, like he has authored 12 books. One is very famous. This book is known as Memories After My Death. This book is very famous. Memories After My Death. This book was authored by Yair Lapid. Moving to next question. Who was appointed as the Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director of Aviva Life Insurance Company? This question is especially for the banking students, and answer of this question is Asit Rath. So answer of this question is B. So Aviva Life Insurance Company India has appointed Asit Rath as the Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director of this company. And Asit Rath will replace Amit Malik. Earlier this position was with Amit Malik. And Asit Rath is currently the CEO of Prudential Myanmar Life Insurance Company, having 22 years of banking and insurance experience in India and Myanmar, and distribution experience with the ICICI Bank, ICICI Prudential Life in India. So just remember the question as same as in slide. Who becomes the Chief Executive Officer and Managing Director of Aviva Life Insurance Company India? Then answer of this question is Asit Rath. You can also see here the picture of Asit Rath. Name the actor who was recently appointed as the brand ambassador of Insecticides India Limited or IIL. And answer of this question is Ajay Devgan. So second is the answer. So Bollywood actor Ajay Devgan has appointed as the brand ambassador of Insecticides India Limited, which is a crop protection firm. And Ajay Devgan as a brand ambassador, the IIL intends to spread the message of judicious use of agrochemicals, besides communicating about their products and boosting farmer awareness in India to the grassroots level. So this is Insecticides India Limited, and it is also known as IIL, and name of the brand ambassador is Ajay Devgan. Name the sports personality who was recently appointed as the brand ambassador of Garmin's fitness segment. So here is the keyword, Garmin's fitness segment, and name of the sports personality is Kaustubh Radkar. So answer of this question is 4. So Garmin's Limited has appointed Indian triathlete Kaustubh Radkar as the brand ambassador of its fitness segment. And Radkar has also been involved in the Garmin's Limited as a coach. And Kaustubh Radkar is a Ironman, remember, Ironman certified coach, and is the first and the only Indian to complete the Ironman triathlon on 30 occasions. And in 2017 to 2022, he was the only Indian to complete the Ironman World Championship in the Hawaii and in the St. George in United States of America. And he was also a former Indian national swimming champion from 1995 to 2000. And he has also been chosen as one of the Fit India ambassadors as a part of the government's Fit India movement, which began in the year of 2019. So just remember, Garmin's India announced Kaustubh Radkar as the brand ambassador for the fitness segment. You can also see here the picture of Kaustubh Radkar. Moving to next question. Which of the following personalities are not nominated in the month of July 2022 to the Rajya Sabha in the category of eminent persons by the President of India? I think all the students know that there are total 245 members in the Rajya Sabha. Out of these, 233 members are elected by the MLAs of the respective assemblies, and 12 are nominated by the President from different fields like arts, literature, science and the social service, and these are nominated by the president on the recommendations of the government. And now the question is, which of the following personalities are not nominated to the Rajya Sabha in the category of eminent persons by the President of India? So answer of this question is Hema Malini. So not nominated. So answer of this question is 1. So other 4 personalities are, one is Ilaiyaraaja. So the music maestro Ilaiyaraaja, sports icon PT Usha, and acclaimed screenwriter Vishwa Vijayendra Prasad, you can see here the name Vishwa Vijayendra Prasad, and philanthropist and spiritual leader Virender Hegde. All these 4 personalities were nominated to the Rajya Sabha, and all these newcomers belongs to southern states. And out of the 12 seats which were nominated by the president under Article 80 Clause 3 of the Constitution on the recommendation of the government, 7 seats were vacant before this nomination, and out of which 4 are now being filled. It means out of 12 now 3 seats are vacant, 9 are filled. So just remember, Ilaiyaraaja is there. Ilaiyaraaja is very famous music maestro. Next is sports icon PT Usha, I think all the students know. Next is screenwriter, very famous screenwriter Vishwa Vijayendra Prasad, and last one is very famous philanthropist and spiritual leader Virender Hegde. Remember these 4 personalities. Moving to next question, you can also see here the picture of all these 4 personalities. Name the state government that recently appointed Vijay Kumar Janjua as the new chief secretary. This question is state specific question, but we are covering because this state is Punjab. So answer of this question is 1. So the government of Punjab has appointed Vijay Kumar Janjua as the new chief secretary, and he succeeded Anirudh Tiwari ji. Anirudh Tiwari was earlier the chief secretary of Punjab government. And Anirudh Tiwari is now appointed as the Director General of Mahatma Gandhi State Institute of Public Administration by replacing Jasprit Talwar in Chandigarh, Punjab. But you don't have to remember, just remember who is the new Chief Secretary of Punjab. This is Vijay Kumar Janjua ji. And you can also remember one name, this is Gaurav Yadav. Gaurav Yadav, who is IPS officer of 1992 batch, was also appointed as the Punjab Director General of Police or DGP on additional charge. So Gaurav Yadav is the new DGP of the Punjab government. You can also see here the picture of Janjua ji or Vijay Kumar Janjua. Next is in July 2022, India got elected as the state member of the Intergovernmental Committee, which is IGS, of UNESCO's 2003 Convention for Safeguarding of the Intangible Cultural Heritage for -years. It means for how many years India's state member is now nominated under the UNESCO's 2003 Convention for Safeguarding the Intangible Cultural Heritage, and India is appointed or elected for the time period of 4 years. So the Union Minister Gangapuram Kishan Reddy ji, who is the Minister of Culture, Minister of Tourism and Minister of Developmental of Northeastern region, announced that India has been selected as a state member of the Intergovernmental Committee of the UNESCO's 2003 Convention for the Safeguarding of Intangible Cultural Heritage for the time period of 2022 to 2026. It means for the time period of 4 years. And the elections for this intergovernmental committee took place during the 9th General Assembly meeting of 2003 Convention held at the UNESCO's headquarters, which is situated in Paris, from 5th to 7th of July 2022. And India has previously served as the member of this committee twice, 2 times. One is from 2006 to 2010, again for 4 years. Next is for 2014 to 18, again for 4 years. Now India again become the member of this Intergovernmental Committee of the UNESCO's 2003 Convention for Safeguarding the Intangible Cultural Heritage. Who was recently appointed as the President Designate of the Confederation of Industry or CII for the time period of 1 year like 2022 to 23, and President Designate is R. Dinesh. So answer of this question is 4. The Confederation of Indian Industry elected R. Dinesh, who is the Executive Vice Chairman of TBS Supply Chain Solutions, and he become now the President Designate of the CII for the year of 2022-23. And CII also elected Sanjeev Puri, who is the Chairman as well as the Managing Director of ITC Limited, as the Vice President of Confederation of Indian Industry. and R. Dinesh is a commerce graduate and an associate member of the Institute of Chartered Accounts of India, which is also known as ICAI, and also the associate member of the Institute of Cost Works and Accounts of India. But you have to remember about CIA. CIA president is Sanjeev Bajaj. Sanjeev Bajaj. Director General is Chandrajit Banerjee. Headquarters is in New Delhi, and CIA was established in 1895. Moving to next question, but you can see here the picture of R. Dinesh, who becomes the president designate for the time period of 1 year, and we are talking about CII. Next is Paritosh Tripathi was appointed as the managing director and chief executive officer of which general insurance company? And this general insurance company is very important. This is SBI General Insurance. So answer of this question is second. So State Bank of India General Insurance appointed Paritosh Tripathi as the managing director and chief executive officer effective from 5th of July 2022. And he succeeded Prakash Chandra Kandpal. Earlier this position was with Prakash Chandra Kandpal, who was appointed as the Deputy Managing Director at the Corporate Center in the SBI. But don't remember this name, just remember SBI General Insurance new Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer is Paritosh Tripathi. And from 2017 to 2020, he was the head of Banca Insurance, firstly with SBI Mutual Fund and then with the SBI General Insurance. And he was also the CEO of the SBI Dubai International Financial Center, which is a branch in Dubai in United Arab Emirates. So just remember, this is SBI General Insurance, which was established in the year of 2009 and its headquarters is in Mumbai. And you can also see here the picture of Paritosh Tripathi, who became the Managing Director and CEO of SBI General Insurance. And what is the tagline? Suraksha or Bharosa Dono. Who was recently appointed as the President of Air Cargo Forum India for the period of 2 years, like 2022 to 2024. This question is not so much important. Just remember the question as same as in slide, and name of this person is Jashpal Sharma. So 1 is the answer. So Air Cargo Forum India constituted a new board for the term of 2 consecutive years, 2022 to 24, at the annual general meeting. And Jashpal Sharma, Managing Director of Skyways Group, has been appointed as the President of this Air Cargo Forum India for the time period of 2 years. And remember, he is also the ex officio member of this current board. And Sanjeev Edward, you can remember this name if you want. Sanjeev Edward, the Chief Commercial Officer at the Delhi International Airport, is named as the Vice President of this forum again for the time period of 2 years. Just remember the question as same as in slide. Who was recently appointed as India's new Sherpa for the Group of 20 or G20? This question is most important, and the answer of this question is Amitabh Kant. 4 is the answer. So the former National Institute for Transforming India or Niti Aayog Chief Executive Officer Amitabh Kant is appointed as India's new Sherpa for a Group of 20 or G20 by replacing Piyush Goyal ji. Piyush Goyal, who is the Union Minister of Commerce and Industry. So earlier the Sherpa was Piyush Goyal ji, now the Sherpa is Amitabh Kant. So India assumes the presidency from 1st of December 2022 and current president of G20 is Indonesia. So India will become the president or the chairman of this G20 from 1st of December 2022. Now the presidency lies with Indonesia. And remember about Amitabh Kant, I think all the students know Amitabh Kant had served as the Niti Aayog CEO for the time period of 6 years and had previously served as the Secretary of the Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, which is also known as DPIIT. You can also see here the picture of Amitabh Kant. Moving to next question. Boris Johnson announced his resignation as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. All the students know this thing. Which of the following books are authored by the Boris Johnson? Again, very important, and name of the book is 72 Versions. Second is The Dream of Rome. So answer of this question is only 1 and 2. So 4 is the answer. So United Kingdom Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced his resignation as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom after he was abandoned by the ministers and owns party lawmaker. and he also stepped down as the Conservative Party leader because he belongs to Conservative Party. And he was forced to quit when 3 cabinet members and more than 40 ministers resigned on 5th of July 2022 for demanding his resignation. However, he would serve as the Prime Minister until his successor was elected, and he has been serving as the Prime Minister of United Kingdom and the leader of Conservative Party since 2019. And remember, 3 books are very important. One is The Dream of Rome, second is 72 Virgin, and the third one is Churchill Factor. Churchill Factor. Basically, it is Winston Churchill. So, it is Churchill Factor, How One Man Made History. This is the full name of the book. These 3 books are very, very important. And Boris Johnson quits as the United Kingdom Prime Minister. Moving to next question. In July 2022, RB approved the appointment of Meena Hemachandra as the part-time chairman of which of the following banks for a period of 3 years. Remember the name, Meena Hemachandra, and she became the part-time chairman of which of the following banks for the time period of 3 years, and name of this bank is Karur Vysya Bank. So, answer of this question is 1. So, Reserve Bank of India approved the appointment of former RBI executive Meena Hemachandra as a part-time chairman of Karur Vysya Bank, a private sector lender, for the time period of 3 years with effect from taking charge. And she held the position of an additional director of Karur Vysya Bank under independent category from 26th of May 2022. Previously, she held various positions that also included executive director under the RBI from June 2015 to November 2017, and also was the principal of the RBI's College of Agriculture Banking. And remember about Karur Vysya Bank, it was established in 1916. Its headquarters is in Tamil Nadu, and its managing director and CEO is B. Ramesh Babu. B. Ramesh Babu, who was recently appointed as the chairman cum managing director of New India Assurance Company. This is very important, New India Insurance Company, and Madhulika Bhaskar is the answer. So, second is the answer. So, New India Assurance Company appointed its general manager Madhulika Bhaskar ji as the chairman cum managing director for a time period of 3 months with effect from the date of assumption of charge, and she has given an additional charge, and she succeeded Atul Sahayaji as the chairman and managing director, whose tenure ended on 28th of February 2022 following his superannuation. But remember, New India Assurance Company was founded in the year of 1919 and its headquarters is in Mumbai. Moving to next question, who was recently appointed as the temporary or the interim president of Sri Lanka? And a very simple question, very simple answer, Ranil Wickremesinghe. So, answer of this question is 3. So, the 73 years old Ranil Wickremesinghe, the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, was sworn in as the acting or the temporary president of Sri Lanka in the presence of Chief Justice of Sri Lanka, Jayanta Jayasuriya. So, he was sworn in after the Speaker of the Parliament accepted a resignation letter sent by the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. And Ranil Wickremesinghe will remain at this position of President of Sri Lanka until the Sri Lankan Parliament votes for a new president, which is expected to take place in the month of July 2022. And the newly elected president will serve out the remainder of Rajapaksa's term ending in the 2024. And the measures will be according to number 2 of the Presidential Election Act of the Sri Lanka of 1981 and under Article 40 of the Constitution of the Democratic Socialist Republic of the Sri Lanka. So, the temporary president of Sri Lanka is Ranil Wickremesinghe. Next is President of India appointed La Ganesan, the Governor of Manipur, to perform the duties of the Governor of which state? It means additional charge as a Governor of which state was given to La Ganesan, and this state is West Bengal. So, 4 is the answer. So, Ramnath Kovindji, who is the President of India, who was basically President of India at that time, has appointed La Ganesan, the Governor of Manipur, to perform the duties of 28th Governor as the additional charge of West Bengal, in addition to his own duties from the date he takes over the office until the former arrangement was completed. And the Governor of West Bengal, Jagdeep Dhankardji, has tendered his resignation to the President after being nominated as the Vice President candidate by the National Democratic Alliance, and he already becomes the Vice President of India. And remember, the Election Commission of India has announced that the elections for the 16th Vice President of India was held on 6th of August 2022. So already it was completed, and Jagdeep Dhankar is now the new Vice President of India. You can also see here the picture of Ganesan, who is the permanent governor of Manipur, but the additional charge of West Bengal given to Ganesan ji. Next is, who was appointed as the new managing director and CEO of the National Stock Exchange of India, and it is for the time period of 5 years. Most important question, who becomes the managing director and CEO of NSE or the National Stock Exchange? And answer of this question is Ashish Kumar Chauhan. So answer of this question is 3. So Ashish Kumar Chauhan was appointed as the new managing director and chief executive officer for the National Stock Exchange, and it is for the time period of 5 years. And the appointment was approved by the Securities and Exchange Board of India. And the appointment is subject to fulfillment of the terms and condition, including approval from the shareholders of the National Stock Exchange, and he will succeed Vikram Limai. You can remember the former because it can be asked by examiner. He will succeed Vikram Limai, whose term ended on the 16th of July 2022. And Ashish Chauhan is a current Chancellor of the University of Allahabad and also serves as the member of Governing Council of one of the premier business schools in India, which is IIM Raipur. IIM Raipur. Moving to next question. Who was appointed as the one of the member of Union Public Service Commission? Static question, not so much important, but this is one of the appointment in the month of July. So you have to remember who becomes a new member of the Union Public Service Commission. Then answer of this question is Lieutenant General Raj Shukla. So 3 is the answer. Lieutenant General Raj Shukla. So the Union Public Service Commission has appointed retired Army Training Commander Chief Lieutenant General Raj Shukla as the member of UPSC, and he was administered the oath of the office and secrecy by Smita Nagraj. You can remember this name. This is important. Smita Nagraj, the senior most member of the UPSC at the UPSC headquarters in New Delhi, and Smita Nagraj can become the chairman of UPSC in the next years. And with his appointment, UPSC now has the chairman and 6 members against its sanction strength of 10. Remember this. And remember this person, Lieutenant General Raj Shukla, in recognition of his service of the most exceptional order, the officer was awarded with Param Vishisht Seva Medal on Republic Day of 2021. Moving to next question. You can also see here the picture of Lieutenant General Raj Shukla. Name the personality who took charge as the whole-time or the full-time member of the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. So this question is important because this is Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India, and name of this full-time member is Jayanti Prasad. So 1 is the answer. So Jayanti Prasad, the former deputy of the Comptroller and Auditor General of India, has taken charge as the full-time member of the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. And prior to joining this Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board, he had held various key positions at the Office of Comptroller and Auditor General and in the United Nations also, because he also served as the Chief Auditor at the United Nations for the time period of 6 years. And the United Nations has awarded him for his contribution as the Chief Auditor for the Oil for Food program, resulting in significant impact and the cost saving for the United Nations. So remember the question as same as in slide. This is Jayanti Prasad. Name the personality from Egypt who has appointed as the acting president or the temporary president of the International Hockey Federation. So this question is important because we are talking about very premier institution. This is International Hockey Federation, and this person is Chef Ahmed. So answer of this question is 3. So the International Hockey Federation, which is also known as FIH, has appointed Egypt's Chef Mohammed as its acting president after the resignation of India's Dr. Narendra Dhruv Batra from this post. On 18th of July 2022, Narendra Batra submitted his resignation as the International Hockey Federation president and also ceased to be the president of the Indian Olympic Association. He also gave up International Olympic Committee membership, which was directly linked with the Indian Olympic Association position. So the expected presidential election of International Hockey Federation will take place on 5th of November 2022, and till 5th of November 2022, the acting president will be Chef Ahmad, and Chef Ahmad belongs to Egypt. Next is in July 2022, Mario Draghi resigned from his Prime Minister position in which country? It means Mario Draghi was the Prime Minister of which country who recently resigned. Then answer of this question is Italy. 4 is the answer. So the Prime Minister of Italy, Mario Draghi, submitted his resignation to the President Sergio Mattarella after the withdrawal of the support of the key coalition parties, and he will remain as the caretaker Prime Minister until a new leader is appointed. You can also see here the picture of Mario Draghi, and he will remain as the caretaker Prime Minister until a new leader is appointed, and the legislature current 5-year term is due to expire in the year of 2023. And the new election will be held at the end of the September or beginning of the month of October 2022. However, the official dissolution of the parliament was not announced by the President Sergio Mattarella. And he was sworn in as the Prime Minister of Italy in February 2021. Prior to his appointment as the Prime Minister, he served as the President of the European Central Bank between 2011 to 2019. Very key person, Mario Draghi. Next is Droupadi Murmu. The candidate for National Democratic Alliance is elected as the India's 15th President of India in the 16th presidential election. Remember, 16th presidential election, and she becomes the 15th President of India in July 2022. I think all the students know that Droupadi Murmu who becomes the 15th President of India. But she is the first tribal woman who becomes the President of India. That's why, which tribal community does she belong to? So this is most important question, and she belongs to Santhal tribe. So 3 is the answer. So Droupadi Murmu, a former governor of Jharkhand and candidate of the National Democratic Alliance, is elected as the 15th President of India in the 16th presidential election of 2022. And she is the first ever tribal to hold the top constitutional post and second woman president after Pratibha Patil ji. And Murmu, age 64, will also be the youngest and the India's first president to be born after independence. This is very important line. I am repeating again. Droupadi Murmu ji, 64 years old, will also be the youngest and India's first president to be born after independence. And she is the first president of India who hails from the state of Odisha. And Droupadi Murmu ji was born on 20th of June 1958 in Mayurbhanj in Odisha, and she belongs to the Santhal tribe in Odisha. So most important question, 15th president in the 16th presidential elections. Who was appointed as the 15th Prime Minister of Sri Lanka? So this is very important. Earlier we were talking about the temporary President of Sri Lanka, Ranil Wickremesinghe, but now we are talking about Prime Minister of Sri Lanka. And remember the number 15th Prime Minister, and name of this person is Dinesh Gunawardena. Answer of this question is 4. So the 73 years old Member of Parliament Dinesh Gunawardena became the 15th Prime Minister of Sri Lanka. He was sworn in as the Prime Minister in the presence of President Ranil Wickremesinghe and the Chief Justice of Sri Lanka, Jayanta Jayasuriya, at the Parliament. And remember Dinesh Gunawardena, 1 or 2 things you can remember. Dinesh Chandra Rupasinghe Gunawardena, this is the full name, and he was born in the March month of 1949. Sri Lanka got independence in 1948 and he was born in 1949, and he belonged to the Mahajana Eksath Paramana party. But don't remember the name of the party, just remember Dinesh Gunawardena. Moving to next question, who recently took oath as the new president of Albania? So again this question is important, especially for the banking students. New president of Albania, answer of this question is Bajram Begaj. Answer of this question is 1. So Bajram or Bajram Begaj, a retired military commander and politician, took the oath as the 8th president of the Republic of Albania at the swearing-in ceremony in the parliament, and he succeeded former President Ilir Meta. You can remember the name, Ilir Meta, who served from July 2017 for the time period of 5 years. And in June 2022, he won the presidential election, receiving 78 votes in favor. 4 politicians opposed and 1 legislator abstained in the plenary session of the parliament, which was attended by total 83 members of the parliament. Out of 83, 78 votes was in favor of Bajram Begaj. and he served as the 26th Chief of General Staff of the Albanian Armed Forces from July 2020 to 2022. So he is the 5th president in the history of Albania to have a military background, and now he is the 8th president of the Republic of Albania. Name is Bajram Beggars. Moving to next question. Ahmad Nawaf Al-Ahmad Al-Sabah was appointed as the new Prime Minister of which country? Again, this question is important. Remember the name, Al-Ahmad Al-Sabah. This is important keyword for you, and answer of this question is Kuwait. So 3 is the answer. So the Kuwaiti Emir Sheikh Nawa Al-Ahmad Al-Zabir Al-Sabah issued a decree appointing Ahmad Nawa Al-Ahmad Al-Sabah as the new Prime Minister of Kuwait. You can see here the picture of Al-Ahmad Al-Sabah, and he replaced caretaker Prime Minister Sheikh Sabah Khalid Al-Hamad Al-Sabah, who took the position in the year of 2019. So much confusion in the names, but you have to remember Sheikh Ahmad Nawa Al-Ahmad Al-Sabah is the new Prime Minister of Kuwait, and he has also served as the Kuwait National Guard Deputy Commander between the November 2020 to 2022. And remember about Kuwait, capital is Kuwait City and currency is Kuwaiti Dinar. Moving to the next question, name the personality from India who was recently appointed as the Chief Economist and the Senior Vice President of the World Bank. Very important question, because this personality belongs to India, who recently appointed as the Chief Economist and the Senior Vice President of the World Bank, and answer of this question is Indermeet Gill. So 2nd is the answer. So the World Bank has appointed Indian national Indermeet Gill as the Chief Economist and the World Bank Group and the Senior Vice President for the Developmental Economics, and his appointment will effect from the 1st of September 2022, and Indermeet Gill will be the 2nd Indian after Kaushik Basu to serve as the Chief Economist at the World Bank. That's why this question is most important. Remember the name, Indermeet Gill will become the 2nd Indian after Kaushik Basu to serve as the Chief Economist at the World Bank. And Kaushik Basu was the Chief Economist of the World Bank from 2012 to 2016. And remember about World Bank, headquarters is in Washington DC, and president is David Malpass. It was established in 1944 and total member countries are 189. So this is all about the July month appointments and resignation. But thanks for watching this video, and you can join our Telegram channel, our Instagram, our Facebook channel, and especially you can join our Telegram channel from the description box link. Thank you guys for watching this video, and always be happy.